Can you get past me?
Yep.
Okay, hey, welcome. It's Riding with AMAP and Roy. We are on Lime Creek Road, right off of the 550, coming from Durango and Silverton. And we took two. My dad decided to take back the bike early. He was a little more fatigued than he thought he'd be. Welcome to off-roading. Off-roading is better than going to the gym.
I don't know.
Well, Roy likes the gym. I think he likes to look at the girls at the gym.
No, that does not happen. No, it just really gives me something to do.
Oh, this isn't something to do?
Better than sitting at home not doing anything.
That's true. But if you had your choice, go to the gym or come out here, what would you pick? Go on a bike?
Probably be on a bike.
Yeah, that's what I like. You have your visor down?
Yep.
Yeah, this is pretty good bouncy, rocky terrain. Woohoo! Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. We might have lost Grandpa. Like, he might have crashed. Because we were supposed to do this first. Didn't realize this is as rough as it is. Woo!
Well, such was par for my camera videography talents on this trip. Just as I'm getting ready to tell about this area and tell about our trip and kind of give a recap of the last 2 days, my rear camera dies. Which was really odd because it's a contour camera and it usually has very, very good battery life. But apparently it didn't get charged fully the night before. It usually outlasts the drift by 10 times easy. But so anyway, we are heading back to Durango at this point. And this Lime Creek Road is a really nice little excursion off of the 550. Instead of going up on the freeway with all the cars, you can come down here and fight all the rocks and the mud and the puddles instead. And Roy really gets going here in a little bit. He really starts flying, and that was just so fun to watch as a parent, to see him, how he's progressed. And really in less than a year's time, he has really made some good progress as a rider. And so he starts just really tearing it up right now, and I just had a great time just following him and keep him close and keep the camera on him. So there's not much to hear, obviously, just my little voiceover. But if you're ever gonna be in, I mean, if you're just looking at the map and trying to pick a place to ride, you need to go to the San Juan Mountains of Colorado. In southwestern Colorado, you've got Durango, which is kind of a touristy town. I was really surprised by that. I didn't realize it was such a touristy place. Food prices are high. There's lots of, tourist trap type things, but there's lots of other fun things to do as well. There's river rafting, as you've seen, and if you've watched all these videos, we did that. And there's mountain biking and zip lines and all kinds of really fun stuff to do. But if you head up the 550, you'll hit Silverton, which is a really small kind of, I thought it was like an Old West gun-slinging type of town, but my dad said it was a mining town. Silverton, get it? They were mining silver. And then almost all of the places up here, Uray and Telluride, those are all old mining communities. But it is just a fabulous place to go and ride if you are a dual sport or an adventure type rider. There's just nothing but trails and majestic views just everywhere you turn. It is really impressive. Also, if you head west towards Cortez and then up towards Norwood, if you watched any of those videos, that is another beautiful place to ride. It's just that when I think of Colorado and the backwoods and the high country, that's what comes to my mind. There's a thing called the Colorado Discovery Route, or the CDR. If you look that up, we ran into a few guys that were on that route, and it took them from Cortez into Telluride and up and over some of the passes and things. So if you need something to follow or GPS, but honestly, what I did is I just got online and I looked up jeeping trails, or I just looked up on Google Maps, and I just found roads that were, you know, you could tell from satellite view that they weren't paved, and that's how I decided my trip. And this was, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this was going to be our first ride. We were going to take my dad from Durango on this road into Silverton, just to kind of get his feet wet on the dirt and stuff. And it was a lot more treacherous, although those cars right there, a few of the cars that we passed are two-wheel drive cars, so you can, you know, take two-wheel drive vehicles on it, but you're going to go really slow. There's some parts that are really, you know, right, boom. There's a few times you'll see my son, you know, he'll jump down or he'll jump up, or, you know, just in a car it would be slow going, but it's definitely doable. But this area was just fabulous. I had a great time. It's definitely the highlight of my riding career off-road. Although Moab was really fun too, and actually Moab is not far. I mean, it's less than an hour from this area. Well, it's about an hour, I guess, from this area, and if you take the highway. And so, you know, you could plan a week's worth of rides going through Moab and then the high countries of this part of the world, and it just would be awesome. You would not regret a single minute of it. There's also some rental areas. My dad, he rented from Mountain Adventure Moto Rental, and it's in Durango, Colorado, and that's where my dad got that BMW. And it was definitely, I mean, great owner. He worked around our schedules. He had really good bikes, everything from F800s to KTM 690s, and even a Husqvarna, and even down to a Honda 250. So, you know, great. The Honda goes about $100 a day. The more expensive Beamers are going from like $150 to $155 a day. So very affordable if you just want to go there and rent. It's an awesome choice, a good way to go. Here in a second, I turned the rear camera back on because of a kind of a cool little overlook, and I get another minute's worth of video with audio. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Colorado tours. I've got another video coming up, but it won't have any audio. I'm going to be trying to do like a montage thing.
I did not want to twist the rope.
All right, hey.
This clutch lever is a bit loose on this thing.
Is it? Is it rolling up and down?
Like, no, that's why the mirror was moving, is because the clutch lever was loose.
All right, well, we got some pretty cool stuff that we thought we'd turn this back on. Check this out. They've built a little wall to keep everybody from falling off to their death. Holy cow, that's way down. So this is still the Lime Creek Trail, or Pass, or whatever they call it. And pretty awesome. The scene has been, the terrain has been very rocky, and we've been going kind of fast, so our mirrors are all mixed up. There we go. See, this is what we've been, this is the speed we've been hitting these rocky roads at. Second and third gear.